So I was thinking how to translate that into Russian, and I decided we call it from routing to cooperation, because from switching to cooperation, because we can keep pondering and talking, but there is an invisible market managing hand that will put everything into places. So put things into their proper placing. So for the last some 5 years ago, the IP transit, so saving on the IP transit stopped being the main reason for connection to guys. So the transit prices got down to almost zero. So this saving, you cannot save much. So, but IX is still very popular. What happened? Why? What's the reason behind it? It has become the main thing that happened is that most companies just build their own networks, and the services of external providers now mean much less for them than their in-house costs for equipment, engineers, and the mental effort to operate their own networks. So IP transit is now on the secondary, and the primary, the operation efficiency has become the primary factor. This is a very great change in the motivation of IX participants, and this is a question that of concern to us. Then what's else of concern? What trends will boost the IX development in the future? So we see two, but believe me, they will be quite revolutionary, can change everything. So large-scale video development. So that's where I'm supposed to show the Cisco study slides and Netflix traffic. So I think we can skip that in this audience, but it's not the case that the traffic is growing. But the audience is now changing, evolving. Now the digital indigenous people are getting of age, and they see internet as the main source of content, entertainment, video, and for that we see, well, much proof, but it's obvious. Evidence is on the wall, so we better believe it. So traditional media have no choice except that following online their audience. And it means for us, network specialists, that CDNs and their own CDNs or specialized operators, CDNs, will be soon the main source of internet traffic. So, and it's obvious that it would be impossible to get those volumes from one place. You can only decentralize it, only by placing local caches. And just by interaction of those local caches with operator chains, it's a new form of billing. So, or peering, whatever. It's this way now. Another important trend is corporate IT going online. So I made a small study, and I looked at the IS numbers in the RU zone, so who is getting them? And I lasted until the 100 last allocations. Probably 1/4 of them can be referred as connection operators. Who is now getting IS and building independent network? Just random Bittrex, SAS, a cloud CMS, RUS certification, state agency, e-commerce, Gazprom, energy company, and Kungursky meat processing factory. So I don't know why they require their own network, but that's a fact, and we have to live with it. And all those corporations, large and small companies in the network, so they start using the benefits and transfer their online requirements, IT requirements online. And we just want to be as quick, nimble as web companies in rolling out the services for domestic users. And that's why the web-scale IT term got born. It means the trend for the popular use for the outsourcing, large-scale outsourcing of cloud services and business tasks. We got so-called API interfaces, so the digital glue, gluing all those silo systems together, and we got a chance for the corporations to use web companies' achievements. And then corporations are under the pressure of the modern methodologies like lean production, big data, whatever. You can continue the list. So what does it cause? Massive outsourcing of IT tasks and growth of online transactions. And it's obvious that web-scale IT as a concept requires fast and reliable interconnect between the networks. And the key word here is probably immediately, very quick and fast, because you can never predict who is going to be the next supplier within the next technological cycle. Have to be nimble. And what are we supposed to do in this situation? What to think of, and how shall we build our development strategy? So the development strategy is first listening to our participants, and this is head of our head of Sberbank. So those who will not understand, those who will not use agile today will be losers tomorrow. It means that in the modern company, you have to live in the age of permanent changes, ongoing changes. Be ready for everyday changes. And the key quality that's now important is timeliness. So timely services, timely market entry means much more than achieving some ideal quality or results. And so these are the prerequisites for our activity. How does it look for us? What shall we do? What we can do best, provide IX services in focal traffic points. Now 9 locations in Russia by the year end, and probably this summer we shall add another one. It will make it 10, and then working with the content, with the CDN in this case, we focus. IX is a very convenient infrastructure for traffic delivery, for distributed caches, and we provide a holistic solution, comprehensive solution to cover Russia. A Russian internet audience is located everywhere around Moscow, and sometimes you need to go dozens of thousands of kilometers to cover it, to reach it. And that's the solution we offer with our partners, and we consider it as a comprehensive project, co-location and connectivity through partners. And we have at least 2 success stories, in fact more, but name 2, where this cooperation turned out to be very good. And the second obvious prerequisite is connectivity. Last year, MSK-IX launched MIX service in St. Petersburg and Moscow. Participants from St. P can have access to peering VLAN in Moscow and the other way around. And it opened new opportunity for us. And one of the cases is VKontakte social network, where we know the main data centers are located in St. Petersburg, and they use MIX to improve connectivity to the internet audience. And at other technological level, connectivity is the key value that we try to develop and we try to provide as technical service. And we rethought and we relaunched the DNS hosting service on the platform that we are going to call DNS Cloud. That's 18 locations on 4 continents. And now these services will be available in TLD to the first tier domains, but website owners who require special DNS reliability, faster response, SLA, and so on. And certainly, the network in Moscow keeps evolving on technical platform of double core, and so it is good for all the stakeholders. I believe they all feel better quality and reliability. So we do what we can do best in peering. On that, we want to do it in other areas, and we can do quick. We can do quick and reliable data transfer. In particular, the service that we now develop called media logistics, service of media signals delivery, TV signals between professional market players, from the IP rights owner to operators of cable, RTT broadcasting. So to cable operators, we want to do it nice and proper. We arranged presence of key TV centers in Skolkovo, Ostankino, and now we have a group of channels who are present in this media VLAN. It's all available in test mode. Come, try, give us feedback. We want it to be a proper alternative to satellite and properly, be up and running, and it will work nicely. And the fourth part of our goal, as we see it, is assisting our participants in their activity. So buying and selling services around IP, we do it via partnerships. Our partner programs of remote IX now has over 20 partners and resellers, and we want to develop, and we want the partners to get more from MSK-IX. At least 2 ideas that we now test. One is VLAN branding. This is a service oriented at the suppliers of services available through Ethernet, ISP, SaaS, anti-DDoS services. And what we intend to do, providing access with the partners to their services, and what it should boil down to into a market of services, marketplace at the client's portal base. Just that's horrible. At MSK-IX, you can buy or sell IP transit. Has been around for a long time, but now it's coming. So that's it. And I told you about community. I invite you to get involved. If you have questions, I and my colleagues are here till the end of today, and we shall be happy to talk to you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Konstantin. Questions? Would you like to ask something right now? One only. Sergey Mesedov, thank you. Thank you. You mentioned in your slide DNS infrastructure support. Somehow there was no root. So do you use roots for your clients of your clients? Why you are silent about this root zone? No, we're not quite. The root zone has been up and running at this system for a long time, but these are different relations and different type of service. So we are talking now about the owners of new TLD and domains, about the opportunity of technical platform for the market, for all the participants. But it means that probably you have F roots. No, we are talking about the root points upper tier domains, root service. We are not an operator of authoritative servers or top-tier domains. Each of those clusters and services has their own operators. They are available for peering. They're present at MSK-IX. We have their contacts in the knowledge base. They are present at the root servers. So it's not difficult to establish relations with them, but we are not operating this infrastructure. So following up, we have operator Carl server, and I guess I'll upload a good server. So they have a special table. So please ask them to put instances and connect to MSK-IX. Good. Yes, install instances and connect link to MSK-IX.